for week 4 of the UPC. So we were playing QQ, or the coach of the Quinnipiac Qwilfish. He has like a stall team. It wasn't actually that great of a matchup, not gonna lie. He didn't bring Steel, which was interesting. He brought a few things that were very difficult for me to deal with. In particular, Mimikyu and Gengar. And personally, I just have difficulty with things like Gengar, which have almost no switch-ins. And even things like Magahola. Realistically, they can switch in. However, if you run something like Bandit Explosion per se, or some Heat Set, yes, Magahola can drop to a Gengar. So my team isn't really that great against like a physical ghost type like Mimikyu, because my normal resist is Chansey, and I did not have a dark type at this moment. So basically, Gengar fucked me in every single way. Yeah, so going into the match, like, I knew this would be tough. I should have really, Mimikyu is a Z user. I'm not sure his other Z user, but it's not Gengar. Yeah, that's pretty much the important. I think it might be Dougie. But Dougie's not very great. I have like an Aqua Jet, Drill Peck, and Poyon, because he also has a Hitmontop, and I assumed like if this is my Rocker and my Defogger, if he wants to spin on it, and when I go Defog, or I set my rocks or whatever and go Hitmontop, I could Drill Peck that, have Defiant, I knock it out. Or if he expects me to Defog and he thinks Dougie beats me, I can Aqua Jet that. I have like a subsonic Belly Drum Camo. Just like a sweeper miniature. Just maybe to like break Mimikyu's disguise or something. Just so he has to do that. Like, just kind of like, if I could especially defensive Mew and offensive kind of Celebi, and then like I forget what kind of Zapdos, but into the game. I'm gonna lead off with my Celebi. I think this is what I have for rocks this week. I'm scared of Signal Beam. In this turn, and he actually just Volt Switches. I thought Signal Beam would have been the play, but anyways, I don't really care because Kamo, kind of eats this. He's gonna go into Mimikyu, and I'm like, fuck. He's gonna SD here. But I actually have to switch out into these Zapdos. I actually considered staying in. I just thought that was stupid. He's gonna Z move here. Should have seen this coming. I do get the para, which is really nice. I under prepped for this Mon, but I didn't really have any answers, so fuck, right? Nothing really I could have done. I'm just gonna EQ here. He's gonna SD, and I'm gonna be idiotic. And I'm going to click Shell Smash because I'm actually calcing him under Aurora Veil. So I'm thinking I do nothing, although I do something. So I keep fucking up, and now he's gonna knock this out. And we're in a bad position, but I'm gonna go and Poyon here. He's gonna Shadow Snake, probably expecting a Flash Cannon. I'm just gonna Drill Peck this, Aqua Jet this, and hope he paras. He does para. So I'm not getting 6-0'd, yay. Now he goes into Rotom-Mow, and I'm just gonna sack this off because I don't really want it. Now he goes into Gengar, and here we go Mew. Mew is definitely the play. Now, I remember, as I said before, Gengar's not a Z user. So, this is where your boy, TDG, decides to be the biggest head ass of all time. Because since Gengar is not a Z user, right? Well, it could be like a few things. It could be Sub-Focus Punch, right? Which, let's just say, would deal with like Chansey, right? Let's think about that for a second. How could it be Sub-Focus Punch when I have something like Empoleon? It doesn't make any sense. And especially, I think Choice Specs Focus Blast can deal with Chansey. Honestly, and he could have knockoff. I think Gengar gets knockoff, right? So yeah, I think Specs works perfectly fine. And I was thinking, yeah, there's no way he's Scarf because it naturally has speeds like my whole team. So right now, what should have been coming through my head is he's Specs. Kameo has Bulletproof. This is my time that I need to hard Kameo. But I'm not going to do that, obviously. But if I hard Kameo and he Shadow Balls, and he is Specs, then I get a sub. After I get that sub, I get a free Belly Drum. I get my Salic off. I have Drain Punch, and I think I have like Shadow Claw or something. But like, I don't know if I could have dealt with Pex. Depends if he had Haze, I guess. I don't know if I dealt with Pex at this point in time, which somewhat justifies my action, I guess. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that Gengar does not knock out my Mew, and Psychic does KO. Yeah, I'm not sure if a +6 combo can. I don't think it can knock out a full health Toxapex with like Shadow Claw. I think I was Shadow Claw at least. But what I do know is that it definitely, like, if he didn't have Haze, I definitely won that. If he did have Haze, I think I still lost this game. Like, if I made that play. But I'm going to stay in. I'm going to click Psychic. I'm going to knock this guy out. Thinking that's probably my best hope. I don't think that was the right play looking back at it. I would have rather, because it was pretty obvious Specs. And at least Kameo would have given me some momentum, and I could have hearted back into the Mew and dealt with something else. My Celebi has Healing Wish still, so I'm thinking maybe I could use that late game. So he goes Rotom. I'm like, he doesn't have Signal Boom, right? I'm just gonna Soft Bolt. I can heal up on this shit. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm just gonna do. It's easy shit. I'm like, cut this Mew in, and then like I see Toxapex. I'm like, GG is over. And yeah, he's gonna Toxic my Celebi, and he's gonna have Toxic Spikes. So what I'm thinking is Toxic Spikes, Toxic, right? Scald. And then he probably has like Recover, right? You'd think, right? So did he not have Haze is the question. If he didn't have Haze, I choked for sure. By not clicking, by not going into Kameo. If he did have Haze, that wasn't a choke. That was just really, I just didn't. I couldn't prep for Mimikyu. I just couldn't. There's no way to prep for it with my team. Honestly, like, it's a bad matchup. All I wanted to do was break Mimikyu's disguise and possibly sweep with Kameo. I mean, I should have stuck to the game plan, I guess. Because he's just gonna. I mean, he has like Heal Bell or some shit. So like, yeah, that's game. I mean, it wasn't really that close of a game. But honestly, like, I don't know what his Toxapex set was. What I do know is if it wasn't Haze, I for sure won that. I'm gonna calc like what a +6 Kameo actually does to Toxapex real quick under my set. Um, I don't, and I probably can get like what his what's it called, IVs or EVs were, just stuff like Celebi, So like I could figure out like his spread. This is gonna be, just interesting. I just want to know like how bad did I just choke this game? Um, which I do choke quite a bit. That's one of my weaknesses, is I probably choke too much. I'm not really the best player, honestly. Just I, I prep like really well. So in this matchup, obviously I didn't, but I don't think there was a possible way for me to actually prep for this. Um, so yeah, so the +6,0 to, like, actually I want to see a spread first, right? Well, my Celebi set did 31%, which means he's SPEDF probably. Yeah, he's definitely SPEDF. Um, that means, well, actually, my Psychic did. That's also important. 66. Oh yeah, he's definitely SPEDF. Which means that I should cut my comma O now. Well, I don't know what his moose pool were. Moose pool was, but after the game and I talked to him, he pretty much was like, "Yeah, you joked." So I'm assuming that he didn't have haze. But Shadowclaw did about 68, which is quite a bit. Now, considering that he couldn't have broken my sub, and I could have drain punched down a bunch of crap. I mean, not really, honestly. Honestly, not really. But I could have gotten a lot of chip down, just off forcing switches on Pex, because I would have been doing, more than 30% every single 2 turns. So it would have been like his only reliable recovery would have been Regenerator. If he didn't have if he did have haze, he didn't have recover, because he wouldn't just bring no skulls on Toxapex, because that's just terrible. I'm assuming, okay, but yeah, that's what I think. I think I might have choked this game. Obviously, Gengar was a big issue. I just have problems with mons like that, where I can't resist it. And Mimikyu was just fucking obnoxious, honestly. Like, how could I have dealt with Mimikyu? I really don't know. Like, I don't have a resist to Ghost. I have multiple weaknesses of things that are actually faster. Um, like, there's no real way to work around this thing for my team. Um, but I mean, props to QQ. I mean, he played relatively well, I would say. No, I don't. I think this was definitely a matchup that was probably in his favor. This was my worst matchup for sure. I even mentioned it to QQ. I actually thought my last week matchup against, what's his name, Hank, wasn't amazing, but it was certainly better than this matchup. I thought my matchup with Hank, I kind of needed to rely a little bit more on like having a defensive team, but still being able to deal with Thundy. Where with this team, it was more about like, well, I didn't really have ways to answer his ghost offense. So it was more about trying just to set up Kamo to win, and I just didn't stick to my game plan. And I think even if I would have lost, if I would have switched Kamo in, I would have at least had a chance to win this game. And I think I just took away my chance, which is more of how I choked. Yeah, that's definitely something I have to look on, because I definitely don't make enough plays like that where, like, I need to stop going for the kills when I can go for them, and I know that I can set up a sweep if I die, because it just doesn't work, okay? The reason I didn't go into Selby there was because I thought it'd be quick Sludge Wave and then my Kamo wouldn't be able to sweep. So what the fuck am I doing? Right? It doesn't make any sense. I should have just harded into Kamo. If not do that, then hard into Selby, because I don't give a fuck. So yeah, I definitely think I choked that game. And yeah, I mean, it's a minor setback though. We were what 3-0 plus 15, so still 3-1 plus 12, and you're still gonna probably go like, I don't know, 10-1 plus 40 or something, maybe. Like, I don't think this is going to be a big indicator. I mean, this is actually probably a couple bad matchups for me. So maybe I don't go win out here. Maybe I lose one more game or so. Maybe two. I don't care, really. All I know is that I'm going to be top 3, and I'm probably going to win in playoffs. Okay. And to me, QQ or whatever, even before the game, I was thinking he was not the worst player here. I mean, no, by no means. You can watch the games and you can kind of get a grasp on how good each player is, and yeah, it's not. It's clearly not that to me. Like, yeah. You mean if you just watch those games versus some of the games you see from most of my, I think some of my opponents, like I think the way I played Hank, I thought Hank was way easier than this game, honestly. Yeah, like that game was surprisingly easy to me. Like, and I mean, he didn't look great in other weeks, but versus me, I thought that was like, I was surprised. Honestly, I thought it'd be a harder game than that. But like, yeah, I think he's good. I think it was a good matchup. I think, I wouldn't say he's good, but I would say he's solid. I think Stall is very matchup based. So like, if you have a bad matchup on Stall, your good players will pretty much always beat you. If you have if you have a good matchup on Stall and you play the Stall right, you're gonna win. And he didn't really bring Stall versus me. To be fair, he brought offense, but his ghost offense just destroys my team. Especially ghost offense from one sweeper that pretty much outspeeds everything that isn't weak to ghost, and one wall breaker that literally outspeeds my whole team and 2 AKs every month in the game. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like, that's kind of hard. That's kind of a hard matchup. When you have your only ghost resist is Chansey and you do that. So yeah, I don't think there's really much to learn from. Other than I should have taken the opportunity to win instead of taking a point or so of differential. And yeah, that was just kind of choking. But there isn't much. Like, I lose this game probably 10 out of 10 times, really. Because this, how the fuck do I deal with Gengar and Mimikyu? There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way I deal with this two. Not with the team I have. That's just not gonna happen. It's a horrible matchup. And I mean, I would hope that he just keeps the trend up and doesn't win a lot of games, because I'm not beating him in playoffs. There's no fucking way. Because this is just the worst possible matchup you could potentially give my team. Just those 2 months is just like fucking cancer for me. But yeah, I probably made too many excuses in this video, so I wouldn't really call them excuses, more like, holy shit, like, it's just a fact. What on my team is dealing with a Mimikyu? Nothing. So the only way it would be worse if you replace like Mesprit with like Necrozma or something. Then I'm really fucked with what I had earlier, because I didn't even have a Dark type earlier. It's the only way it's worse. So yeah. That's about it, honestly. So I'll be coming back next week with hopefully a win. I think I'm playing someone decent next week. I'm not sure. This week was just a pain in the ass. What's crazy is I could have won that game. I think I could have won that game this time, which I should always lose, by the way. I should 100% always lose this game. And I kind of knew that coming in. But yeah. Anyways, we'll be back with another video. See you guys next time. Peace out.